Good morning. Um, I'm Bob Richardson. I'm up here in northern Michigan today. Gonna do my response to the Read Write Web by Richardson. Um, I found the article interesting, yet somewhat dated. Um, there were some parts that I really agree with. Um, I think the Read Write Web and the ability to for students to easily add to the web brings a lot to the classroom. Um, I've been using a lot of these functions in my classroom already, so I guess I'd like to kind of talk about how it works in my room. Um, in my advanced robotics class, about 2 years ago, we started using Facebook almost exclusively. I wanted a way for the kids to report back on what they were doing in the classroom so that their family and friends could follow us as we got ready to go to Palau for the first time. It also became a good way for the community to follow along with what we were doing. It gave the students a voice, an opportunity to show what they were doing to an authentic, real, and real-time audience almost every day. Um, this past year, we added Twitter to that. Um, Not a big fan of Twitter, although I have a Twitter account, and the students are using that in class. We've linked that to our Facebook page, so in all essence, we only post once usually to the Facebook, and then it carries over onto Twitter. And people are able to follow us. We have over 1,100 people following us to date from all over the world, not just in Michigan or in our community. We have people in Palau that are following us, which is in Micronesia. We have people in Macau, which is an island off of China, following us along with China. We have a huge following in Egypt. We made friends with a team from Egypt several years ago, and they continue to follow us all the time. We've used Flickr. Although we put so many pictures up, we've kind of used up all of our space there. One of the nice things, our project is so visual, we're able to load things to Facebook and show them, and to show the students actually doing real work. Um, Richardson talks about blogs and wikis in there, and those are things that we're looking to add this year. Um, I started a blog. I think we probably should have done this at the beginning of our project, but this year we're going to use a blog. I experimented with it in class last year on a case-by-case basis and used it to do some surveys where I wanted longer responses and to do the reflection piece for students to give a little bit longer reflection on what they were doing and how it worked out for them. Although we have used Facebook for reflection also. One of my favorite assignments that we did this year was for the students to pick out one picture from the expedition and write a one-paragraph reflection about that. And they had different topics such as teamwork, what was the toughest part of the expedition in Palau, who was your favorite person to work with over there outside of a classmate. So a lot of applications there. Another thing from the Richardson article that kind of grabbed me was the learners as teachers, and I can see both sides of this. As I said with the blog, I experimented on my own last year and did it incrementally to the point where we're ready to add it full-time this year. I think it brings a lot to our class. We have a lot of people following us who are older, and they don't necessarily have Facebook pages. A lot of people in the community have wanted us to have a web presence other than Facebook so that they could follow us along, so the blog would be a good way to do that. Plus, there's some visual aspects, and we're able to add pictures in there, although not as easy as on Facebook. So that's an incremental addition of blogging, where I've taken the time to learn how to do it and played with it myself, both at classes here at Michigan State and in the classroom or in my classroom itself. I would say that you don't always have to do it that way, and our adoption of Facebook is a good example of that. I had a Facebook page which was pretty blank, so I could kind of track my own kids, although I never really did. We decided that we needed to reach and show people in the community what we were doing with our robotics project going to Palau. And so many people were supporting us, they wanted to know what we were doing, and we chose Facebook as the medium to do that. And we did it in class, so it's one of the few classes in our high school where using Facebook is not only encouraged, but it's almost mandatory at this point in time. So I jumped into that feat first with the students leading the way and teaching me how to do it, which was really unique and required a lot of trust on my part. So we added a classroom Facebook page, Stockbridge Robotics, at the same time that I added my own. And the kids actually started mine for me, which was kind of cool and got me started at the same time they were doing the classroom one, because they wanted me to be able to keep an eye on what was going on and be able to follow it. So it's been a great experience. Like I said, we have over 1,100 people following us right now. The kids follow it, their parents follow it. The parents have been the biggest supporters, although at first I thought they might not be. They're able to see more of what their kids are doing in my classroom than any other class they've ever had, because they get almost daily updates, and most of those are visual with a lot of pictures. So it's been pretty cool. So I would say you don't necessarily have to be an expert when you adopt technology. You know, sometimes it's good to learn right along with the kids, or even have the kids teach you about it. It kind of earns their respect, and it's a fun way to expand your own horizons. So all in all, the read-write web provides a lot of upside for teachers that want to adopt it. All I would say is you gotta try it. You gotta go for it in your own classroom. Sometimes you have to fight the battles. Sometimes you just have to do it and ask for permission afterwards. So once again, it was good talking to you, and I'm looking forward to seeing everyone's videos. Thank you.